How's it going, everyone? So, in today's video, we got a Happy New Year letter from Legends here, and I thought I'd talk about the interesting few things that I did spot in this. But yeah, let's just hop straight into it. So, as you can see here, we usually get this sort of thing, just thanks for playing Legends the past year, all that sort of stuff. But then it's got like this part here is interesting. So, Legend Festival's almost over. We all know that there's gonna be pretty much a dead week, I would say, for Legends. We should see a Zenkai next week, or this upcoming week, that should be giving us the next hint for the new unit. But that's not the interesting part. So, as you can hear, Dragon Ball Legends heads into its 6th year in 2024. The Legends team is currently working on major updates for the future, and we plan to share more around February or March. So, the thing is that's interesting, so it says around February or March, and as you all know, the battle hour, I'm pretty sure is, was it 27th to 28th of January, which is, pretty much around February or March. So we could see hints at Battle Hour. I mean, I am expecting probably maybe an Ultra announcement or something there for Battle Hour. Yet again, I'm not too sure. Just last year we got the Ultra announcement, but we should see a new unit there at least anyway for Battle Hour. Something hype, but they also could even like hint towards new stuff. But yep, obviously that was a big hint. But as we can see further down, it's got, we hope you're excited for some new content that will widen the scope of Legends gameplay. So that piqued my interest a fair bit, because there's a few things that this could lead to, which I'll explain now. So one of the big things, I don't know if many people remember this, but I still do, is because I mainly do PvE sort of stuff. I sort of prefer that over PvP, but I still play PvP, but it doesn't matter. So anyway, the main thing I want to talk about is, I can't remember exactly, I think it's probably maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, so this was quite a while ago. But I'm not insane, because a few people have agreed, they've said it before, but in one of the Legends reveals and stuff, they announced that we're going to get like a dungeons mode sort of thing. And what they basically said to that was, it's sort of like a new gameplay for Legends. And they did say at the time, they don't know when they're going to, when this will be ready, if it will work, because obviously, like, you got to like take into consideration phones and all that. Because obviously, like, some phones might not be able to operate with a certain type of, I don't know, gameplay or whatever. It might lag for certain phones. So I'm assuming that was why they were sort of restricted back then. I'm assuming, but yet again, I'm not too sure. Yet again, this might not be for Dungeons game mode, but, they might have cancelled that idea just in general, which very well could have happened. But for, new content that widen the scope is something very interesting, because that could lead to, like I said, a lot of things. So that's one of the things. Another thing which we can have a look at now is what I'm really looking forward to. I don't know how this would work, by the way. How would I actually search it up? This might take me a little bit. So what I'm only looking for is the giant characters. So actually, I'm gonna do it. I know how to pull up now. Great at Vegeta there. So as you know, Great at Vegeta here, when he gets to LF, right? He goes into the grade 8 form and then, gets the final kill, whatever. But what they could do to widen the scope of Legends gameplay is make giant characters playable. Now, yet again, I don't know how they're going to make them playable, unless they make it PvE only. And that could be why we're getting a new game mode, because PvE only would be fairly interesting, I would say. Because, to be honest, if he uses giant form, right, how are we going to play with a grade 8 Vegeta that big? Right, and you're going to be versus, like, I don't know, UI Son Goku or something, which is a small character. So, unless they somehow do it like the camera zooms out, and you can see your character still, like, sort of a side-ish on sort of angle. But you can also see the character, like, your opponent in front of you for PvP. Yet again, I don't know if that would quite work. Because, like, with strike and all that, or special moves, how would it look? I think cinematic, like, how would it look with the camera style sort of thing, if that makes sense? Like, it's a bit hard to tell. I mean, because we have got a few giant characters in the game. I can't remember what I'll be able to pull up. But you do also have, who am I looking for now? I know who. I'm just gonna find it real quick. No, there he is. So, Magneto, right, as well, another character. So, once he... What is it? Yeah, once he actually dies, and he doesn't quite revive, but he unleashes Cell Max, and Cell Max is like an explosion to kill, try to do some damage, right? So yet again, they're showing another thing, and if they can do playable characters like giant characters, we could actually get a playable Cell Max as well, which would be incredibly hype. Yet again, I don't know if that's the sort of thing Legends is hinting at, because like I said, with with Dokkan for example, it's a lot easier to bring in giant characters because it's a different game in general. Because I've seen a few people try and compare it, but when you look at it in perspective, it's totally different to what Legends will be able to do with their sort of stuff. I mean, already as it is, it's probably hard to improve graphics-wise, if that makes sense as well, because like I said, you've also got phones you got to consider. Will it work on this one? It might work on the newer phones, but not the older phones, so you gotta see where Legends is coming from in that point of view. So that's why it may not be giant characters, because it might be, like more data efficient sort of thing, like it'll take up more storage, all that sort of stuff. So that could be a reason why they've been hesitating for so long, and that might be a reason why they're going to bring it out now, because more phones are coming out and all that sort of stuff. Yet again, I'm not too sure that's the reason, but I think that's a second thing that could be, is giant characters. I guess another thing in general just could be a brand new content event in general, because if we have a look in PvE, for example, right, well, the events in general, there's not really any big content at all. Right, recommended, there's nothing. I mean, you got the raid. This raid, by the way, very good idea from Legends, so I do like this. Right, but yet again, that's not quite... it's content, but it's not, not what they're hinting at. But when you think about it, when you get rid of the raids, because raid will go away when Legends Fest is over, to be honest, this event will stay for a bit, I'm pretty sure. I think this is actually an unlimited event, because it's a Legends Festival. Well, not Legends Festival, a Legends regional thing. So that will stay, right? This will go away, this will go away, Space Time Rush go away. So when you look at it, PvE side, I guess you got original CC, you got some stuff there, but it's not, you know what I mean? So, I did ask this on Twitter and X, and I have seen a few people suggest a few different game modes and what they could do for content, and one of them was like, what's the word I'm looking for, like an open world sort of map, sort of like, what's the good compare, like Genshin Impact, right? Sort of something like that, I'm assuming they mean, which, what, it very well could do something like that, an open world sort of map, that'd be very cool. But I have a feeling if I did something like that, it would have to be a new app in general. Now the reason why I say that is Legends is pretty big by itself. Now I think Legends is over like 20 gig nearly or something like that. And then Genshin by itself, I can't remember, I think the last time I checked, that was like 20 gig as well. So if Legends did that, that means Legends itself would be, what, a 40 gig app? I guess they could, but are they going to? Probably not. But, it very well could be a new sort of game mode, like that sort of thing. Or it could be like, I saw someone else say it's like a tower defense mode. That would be cool, but for Legends style, I don't know if that would quite, like, fit, not fit the criteria, but fit the game style that they're aiming for. But I'm thinking, that's why I'm more leaning towards like a dungeon sort of content, because dungeons would just be like a sort of, what's the word, like, I'm assuming they're going to try and do it sort of like, what's good, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, right? I don't know if that game's still around, popular, but basically that sort of thing is what I'm thinking of. Like, you can walk around sort of looking at a bird's eye view, and then you'll find an opponent or whatever, and you got to fight them to get the treasure or something. That sort of thing. I think Legends could very well do that, because if you just like run up to an opponent, you can very well just use any team you want. Let's say bring this team mode, like this team into Dungeons mode, and it might sort of be like, I don't know how it quite works, but you know what I mean. You can bring any team you want in, but they might make it so you can't change. So you can't go, oh, I'll bring this team in, and then the next fight I'll bring this one in. Whatever. I think what they'll do is they'll make it so you have to bring only one team in at a time, which makes sense, because it's going to be different content. You'll still be able to use your characters. I'm not saying, once you go in you can't use them, but, I think that could be a very well thing they could do, because, yet again, like I said, they have talked about it before, but they were restricted back then, so hopefully now they can sort of not bend the rules or whatever for gacha market, because I think they have gacha rules they got to, like, follow as well, because You know, well, most apps have rules anyway, so I'm assuming that could be one reason why. And they might finally be able to get their like restrictions or that lifted or whatever. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else they've hinted towards what the content's going to be. We'll have a quick look just in case. I don't think so. I mean, you do get this ticket as well, which you haven't done already. It's pretty cool. What else I got here? To express a gratitude, rah. That's yes. That's basically it. So please look forward to the further evolution of Legends as it celebrates its 6th anniversary. So that part there, don't really worry about that. The further evolution. I mean, that could be hinting at what it is, but I mean, don't worry about the evolution part. They're not going to give like an Ultra Zen, like not an Ultra Zenkai, but like another Zenkai on top of a Zenkai sort of thing. They won't do something like that, but I mean, actually, could they evolve characters? So like in Pokemon? Probably not. I don't think they do that sort of thing. Because like I said, it's got new content and widened the scope of Legends gameplay, so I mean, yeah, I was rattling off ideas. There's obviously more stuff it could be leading into. But I think giant playable characters is an option, and I definitely think a new game mode is a definite, like, you know, definitely up there as well. But, yeah, that'll probably be it for today's video, guys. If you have any other thoughts as well, what you think Legends could be hinting at here, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to reply straight away. And, yeah, if you guys like this video and see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.